हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम। जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। जय ललिता विशाखा जय राधे श्याम, ललिता विशाखा जय राधे श्याम। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्राधिष्ठिवान ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत महाराज स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्राधिष्ठिवान ग्रेस शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य शिला हरदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप श्री मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई जमुना माई की संवेद गौर भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Gaur Hari Bol। Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. He Shri Sanatana Prabhu Karunambarashe He Rupa Durgat Janai Kandayavalok He Bhatta Yugma Sumate Raghunath Das Shri Jiva Me Kurta Mandamate Dayantara Yairi Drisho Bhagavato Gatiratmavada Ekantito Nigamibhi Pratipaditana Tushyantadabra Karuna Swakritena Nityam Ko Nama Tat Pratikaroti Vinoda Patram Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yo anta pravishya mama vachamimam prasuptam sanjeevayathyakhila shakti-dhara swadhamna anyamsha hastacharana shravana tvagadin pranan namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam hridayasya preranaya pravartitoham varakarupopi tasya hare padakamalam vande Shri Chaitanya Devasya. Hare Krishna. So today is very auspicious occasion. There is disappearance and appearance day of two acharyas, and today is Ganga Dashera also. Ganga Puja, Ganga Dashera. So you see, in Srimad Bhagavatam, the glories of the Lord are narrated with respect to his devotees. If you see the 4th canto, the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj comes. So entire pastime in great detail discusses the qualities of Dhruva Maharaj, his courage, his devotion, his steadfastness in practicing the principles that were narrated by Narad Muni. At the fag end of the pastime, Lord appears. But the entire pastime is dedicated to Dhruva Maharaj. Even if you see 7th canto, there also, almost the entire canto delineates the qualities of Prahlad Maharaj, his mercy, his humility, his tolerance, how he was steadfast for chanting the holy names, bhakti of Lord Vishnu. And at the end, when he was about to be killed by Hiranyakashipu, Lord appeared to protect Prahlad from the wrath of Hiranyakashipu. So the entire canto is dedicated towards Prahlad Maharaj, almost the first 8 chapters, they are dedicated to the glories of Prahlad Maharaj. So point is that the qualities of the devotees, whenever they comes, automatically the glories of the Supreme Lord are ought to come there. That is why there is a slogan in Srimad Bhagavatam that says, Shrutasya pumsam suchirashramasya nanvanjasa suribhiridito artha Tattat kathanu shravanam mukunda padaravindam hridayeshu yesham. That there is a great deal of hard labor that is involved in studying the scriptures. But great souls have narrated that the ultimate purpose of understanding the scriptures is to get an opportunity to hear about a devotee in whose heart the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda are residing. So, voice is not clear? Too loud? Okay. Achha. Okay. So to get an opportunity to hear about the Lord's devotee is the result of hearing all the Vedic literatures. This is mentioned in that slok. So today is the disappearance day of Baldev Vidyabhushan and appearance day of Ganga Mata Goswami. Along with that, there is Ganga Puja and Ganga Dashera as well. So we'll try to discuss a little bit on all of these topics. Particularly if we see the life of Baldev Vidyabhushan. So it is quite evident that how our acharyas have struggled to give us the bhakti that we are practicing now. His life is a vivid example of that. So we see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wound up his earthly pastimes in 1533 AD. And even before that, he sent Rup Goswami and Sanatan Goswami to Vrindavan here in 1516. And Jeev Goswami, while he was a small boy, he was coming to Vrindavan. And on the way, he went to Navadvip. And Navadvip, he met with Nityanand Prabhu. And Nityanand Prabhu took him on the Navadvip Mandal Parikrama and showed him different pastime places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Jeev Goswami, he had an ardent desire to go to Puri and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he has seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only once while he was a small boy. So now he wanted to go and meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, take his darshan. But Nityanand Prabhu, who is considered the epitome of mercy, he said, no need. You better go to Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given Vrindavan to your family. So you should immediately go to Vrindavan. In between, you should stop at Kasi, Banaras. And there you should learn all the necessary tools that are needed to do your service for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Vrindavan. So he stopped in Banaras and learned Nyaya and Vyakaran and all other things from under Vidyapati Vachaspati. Vidyapati Vachaspati? Okay. Under him he learned various scriptures of logic, and then he went to Vrindavan to join his uncles Rup Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. Now, if you see this period from 1534 to 1570, it had a lot of literatures produced from the side of Goswamis. And the Goswamis, they were also having very good connections with the Rajput kings, especially the kings of the Kachwaha dynasty of Amir. So these Kachwaha dynasty kings, they considered actually the Purohits of Kashi, Banaras, to be their gurus. And we all know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in Grihastha ashram, he sent Tapan Mishra to Banaras, and his son was Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. So Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, who is from Kashi, he became a natural guru for the kings of Kachwaha dynasty, like that. So he was the guru, so he was in a commanding position in that way. And Jeev Goswami, he was like a master strategist who was using all these Rajput kings to rebuild Vrindavan. So this was the time in from 1590 to 1670 AD. It was like a golden period for the Vaishnavas in Vrindavan. And 1564, a lot of land was given to Govind Dev and Madan Mohan temple. Actually, these Kachwaha dynasty kings, they had coalition with the Mughals at that time. And because of this collaboration with the Mughals, they attained a lot of land and lot of power also. The Kachwaha kings, they attained a lot of military power, political power because of this collaboration. So they used this power and collaboration to serve the devotees in Vrindavan. In 1564, Govind Dev, he got a lot of land, and Madan Mohan temple as well. So in 1590 AD, the temple of Govind Dev, it was constructed, and Jeev Goswami was there at that time. And from 1590 to 1670, it was a very nice golden period for the devotees, Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Vrindavan. The worship was being performed very nicely. And in between, there were Mughal rulers like Shah Jahan, Jahangir. And after that, new ruler came. His name was Aurangzeb. So he was a brutal military tyrant, and he attacked all the religious places, and Vrindavan was not an exception. So before that, the Kachwaha kings, they had very nice relationship with the Mughals, but when Aurangzeb came, the relationship spoiled a bit. Although they helped Aurangzeb to become the ruler. So one of the kings was like Jai Singh. So Jai Singh are also two Jai Singh. One is Jai Singh I, and then his son is Ram Singh, and then is another Jai Singh. Jai Singh II he is called, or he is called Savai Jai Singh. So the Jai Singh one, he helped Aurangzeb to kill Dara Shikoh, who was like the his elder brother, and he was the rightful heir to the Mughal kingdom. But Aurangzeb killed him with the help of Jai Singh one, and then later Aurangzeb attacked Vrindavan in 1670 AD, like that. So when Aurangzeb attacked Vrindavan, all the devotees, they fled with the deities, especially the deities of Govind Dev. So they were transferred from Vrindavan to Radha Kund, from Radha Kund to Kamevan, and from later to Galta. This Galta is on the outskirts of the Amer kingdom of the Kachwaha kings. So Govind Dev stayed there for considerable amount of time, and that place became known as Kanak Vrindavan, like that. So meanwhile, the Mughals, they were becoming weak, and Jai Singh, this second Jai Singh II, he became ruler at the age of 11. He became the king when he was just 11 years old. And that time he decided that till now our Rajput dynasty, the Kachwaha kings, till now we have accepted the subservience of the Mughals. But enough is enough. Now we will accept the subservience of Govinda Dev. He said that Govinda Dev now has arrived on the outskirts of Amer, and we have to build a nice temple for him. Like that he decided. So to prove his loyalty towards the lotus feet of Govinda Dev, first thing that he did was he rejected the title that was given by the Mughals. So the Mughals gave him title Mirza Raja. So he rejected that title and accepted a new title, and that title was Shri Govind Dev Charan Savai Jai Singh Sharan. Savai Jai Singh accept the shelter of the lotus feet of Shri Govind Dev, like that. And so he was very dedicated, and he was on a task. He was on a task to establish a kingdom that was based on Sanatan Dharma. So he said that in order to prove my loyalty towards Govinda Dev, I need to do something extra, like that. So he envisioned the creation of this Jaipur city. Actually, the vision of that creation of this Jaipur city, it was done here in Vrindavan only. So whenever, even before becoming king at the age of 11 years, this Savai Jai Singh regularly used to visit Vrindavan. And he used to associate with Vishwanath Chakravartipad, Baldev Vidyabhushan, and another disciple of Vishwanath Chakravartipad, his name was Krishna Dev. So he used to associate with these devotees. So at one point of time when he was here in Vrindavan, so he used to live in a palace that was called Jai Singh Ghera. So if you go on the Parikrama Marg, so after Chir Ghat, there is a right that goes towards Radha Damodar temple. The next right, it will go towards Radha Raman temple. First is Radha Damodar, then Radha Raman temple. So if you take the right, on the left, there is a palace that is called Jai Singh Ghera. So actually it was the palace of Maharaj Jai Singh. So at one night he was resting there in his palace, a small boy only, before he became king. So he got a dream, and in that dream Govind Dev appeared to him, and Govind Dev said to him, you see, this is my place, Vrindavan, and I used to live here in a palace. So Govind Dev temple, 7-story, it was a palace. So he said, I used to live here in a palace, and now somehow I have been driven out of my palace, and I am roaming in the forest, and you are here in my town staying in a palace. What is this? So when Govind Dev told like this to him in a dream, he woke up. And after he woke up, he took that dream very seriously. And he called all the ministers and he started making the master plan for the Jaipur city. So the construction started in 1713 and it ended in 4 years, 1717. And Govind Dev was placed right at the center of the city, in the palace of the king. It was a message to the entire kingdom that the worshipable deity for the entire kingdom, entire city is Govind Dev. And king constructed his palace right in front of the temple of Govind Dev, that from his window directly he can take the darshan of Govind Dev. So such was the king. And he was a mission. He wanted to establish a kingdom based on Sanatan Dharma. So he started calling all the Brahmanas, all the noble laureates, all the different people, the scholars from different places to come and stay in his kingdom, in Jaipur. And he created a very conducive environment for the practice of Sanatan Dharma, especially for bhakti, like that. But in the meantime, there was a certain group of philosophers who felt insecure. So there was a sect of Vaishnavas who was called Ramanandis. So they became insecure because the king was aligning himself so closely to Govindev and to the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So actually the original deities of the Kachwaha kings were Sitaram. Actually the Kachwaha kings, they come in the Suryavansh from Lord Ramchandra. They are the descendants of Kush. Love and Kush, they are the two sons of Lord Ramchandra. So they are the descendants of Kush. And their original deity was Sitaram. And the Ramanandis, they used to worship Sitaram. They were prominent in that place. And so all this used to happen in Amer. But this new city of Jaipur, it was like far, not very far, it was like 10 kilometers from Amer, but different city altogether. And in this new city, the king was aligning himself more closely towards Govindev and towards the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. He was associating with the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So the Ramanandis, they felt insecure that from centuries the Kachwaha kings, they are worshipping Sitaram, and we the Ramanandis, they are the royal priest. So and now the king is aligning to the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So there is a chance of losing the royal patronage. So they started questioning the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, that who are these people, Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We think that they are not even Vaishnavas. So they raised 3 objections. Their first objection was that in which sampradaya do they come? First question was that okay, they are worshipping Govindev, but for worshipping the deities of Govindev, you need to come from some bona fide sampradayas. But these Gaudiya Vaishnavas, their sampradaya is only not clear. This was their first objection. And the king also took it very seriously, because he wanted to establish a kingdom based on the principles. So he saw that a lot of spiritual activities are happening in his place, but there is no standardization. There should be some standard rituals, practices that should go on. And first thing to set up the standard is that devotees who are in the system, they should tell that which is their sampradaya. And so at that time, the 4 sampradaya was prominent, and it's told in Padma Purana also that 4 sampradayas are prominent. So these Ramanandis, they affiliated themselves to Sri Sampradaya. Similarly, we see the Pushti Margis, Vallabhacharya, they associated themselves with the Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. So somehow the people have to be associated with one of these 4 sampradayas. And for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, it was not clear that from which sampradaya do they come. And although for Gaudiya Vaishnavas they knew, but for others they did not know. So king also took it very seriously. Yes, they should tell from which sampradaya they are. So this was their first objection. Second objection is that okay, if you are from some bona fide sampradaya, you have to have your commentary on Vedanta Sutra. This was the second objection. So they asked Ramanandis that where is the commentary of the Gaudiyas on Vedanta Sutra, because they knew we didn't had one at that time. And their third objection is that these people, they are worshipping Radha with Krishna, Radha with Govindev. So Radha Rani is not married to Govindev, to Krishna. So how can they worship Radha along with Govindev? And he said that if they are not married and king is encouraging such worship in his kingdom, so like this, the king is encouraging such illicit relationship within his kingdom. They told king like that. And king was serious about this. Actually, at that time also, there was certain news that there are some renunciants who are living in Vrindavan, and they should be ascetics, they should practice brahmachari, but they are having illicit connection with the woman. So the king, he was very strict on these principles, and he started punishing these people. Rather, he encouraged these people to marry and settle. So he made a special town on the outskirts of Mathura that was called Vairagya Nagar for those people who want to marry and sadhus who want to marry, like that. So he was very strict, and he said, no, I certainly don't want to encourage such illicit relationship. So he was faced with these questions, these 3 questions, which the king had to answer, because he wanted to establish a kingdom based on the principles of Sanatana Dharma. And it was something which was outside his field of expertise. These questions cannot be answered with the sword, it has to be answered with the words. So when these questions were answered, 3 devotees, 3 acharyas came to the rescue of the king actually. Because the king within his heart, he was very much attached to Govindev. And he had a lot of feelings for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. But what to do? Now he is confronted with these three legitimate questions that had to be answered. So he was helped by three devotees. So one was Vishwanath Chakravartipad. Vishwanath Chakravartipad was very old at that time, and he has taken the vow not to leave Vrindavan. And he was very old also. So before that he had conversations with Vishwanath Chakravartipad, and which in that Vishwanath Chakravartipad means when he was a small boy, he had conversation with Vishwanath Chakravartipad, and he helped him about to understand the principles of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. But at that time when the questions were being asked, this was not enough. So because he did not have any fresh interaction, and Chakravartipad also could not come to Jaipur because he was very old, and on top of that he had taken Kshetra Sannyas. So the next devotee that came to his rescue was Krishna Dev. So this Krishna Dev, he was the first disciple of Vishwanath Chakravartipad. Actually before that he was a great scholar, Pandit. His name was Sarvabhaum Pandit. And he came from Bengal to challenge Vishwanath Chakravartipad. So he came to Vrindavan on the banks of Yamuna, and he met Vishwanath Chakravartipad and asked him, "Do you know who is this person, Vishwanath Chakravarti?" So Chakravartipad told him that whoever he may be, you can tell me whatever work you have with him. He said, no, I want to challenge him and defeat him in arguments. So he said, okay, whatever argument you have to tell him, you can do with me. And that time very easily Chakravartipad defeated him. And he surrendered, Sarvabhaum Pandit, he surrendered at the lotus feet of Chakravartipad and became his first disciple. So Chakravartipad gave him the name Krishna Dev Sarvabhauma. And he used to study extensively under Chakravartipad, but because he had that political connections in the past, Krishna Dev, he was very closely affiliated to the kings in the past. So he had that political nature. And so Vishwanath Chakravartipad felt that he would be the perfect person to guide the king of Jaipur on the matter of theology. So he sent Krishna Dev to the king of Jaipur, that you be a minister to the king and guide him on the principle of religion, on the principles of theology. So he became an academic guide for the king on the matters of theology, like that. And the third devotee who came to the rescue of the king to answer the royal patronage that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas that they were getting, and to uphold the principles of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the third devotee who came was Baldev Vidyabhushan. So Baldev Vidyabhushan, he used to study under Vishwanath Chakravartipad. Actually he was a great scholar from before also. He was born in a place, Ramuna, Balasore, and all of you know Khirchor Gopinath. So and it is mentioned that at one point of time in that place, Shyamananda Prabhu came, and Shyamananda Prabhu, he spoke 3 times Baladev at that place. It is mentioned there, Baladeva naam teen bara ucharila, Mahaprabhu jaiche narottam prakashila. Shyamananda Prabhu, he told this name 3 times, Baldev, 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 just like Mahaprabhu predicted the appearance of Narottam Das Thakur. So he was born in that place, Ramuna, Balasore, and after that he left that place and wanted to search for some spiritual path, and he came in the contact with the Tattvadis, the line of Madhvacharya, and he took sannyas in that line. And after that he came to Puri and he met another devotee. His name was Radha Damodar Acharya. And Sri Radha Damodar Acharya told him about the principles of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was so much attracted to the form of worship that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propagated that he became a Gaudiya Vaishnava. And he felt that it won't affect his loyalty because the Madhva Sampradayas, the same Sampradaya is Gaudiya Sampradaya only. So Gaudiya Sampradayas, the Gaudiyas, they are belong to Madhva Sampradaya. So he thought that it won't be destruction of the loyalty towards Madhva Sampradaya to get connected to the Gaudiya Sampradaya. So he got connected to Gaudiya Sampradaya, and after some time when he studied the principles of Gaudiya Vaishnavism in Puri, Radha Damodar Acharya, he felt that he needs more education, and he sent him to Vrindavan to study under Vishwanath Chakravartipad. So Vishwanath Chakravartipad, he was having this young disciple. Actually he was young at that time, Baldev Vidyabhushan, he was young at that time, and he sent him to Jaipur to rescue the king, the blame that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas were facing at that time. So because of his rare position, because once he studied under the Madhvavadis, the Tattvavadis, under the Madhvacharyas. Now he is under the Gaudiya conception of practice. Because of these special positions, his sampradaya could not be questioned. He said, okay, I am Gaudiya, but I am from the Madhva sampradaya. So he told the entire lineage that how the Gaudiyas, they are connected to the Madhva Sampradaya, from Madhvacharya to all to Madhavendra Puri, and Madhav Puri has three prominent disciples, Nityanand Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Ishwar Puri, and Ishwar Puri's disciple is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So connection was very clear. So for initially the Ramanandis, they were not ready to talk to him also. And that tell your Sampradaya, then we will talk to you. They said, oh, I am from this Sampradaya and now I am affiliated to Gaudiya Sampradaya and this is our line. So they were ready to talk. And then the question was raised about the worship of Radha along with Krishna. So Baldev Vidyabhushan, based on the scriptures, he defeated the Ramanandis. But when they were being defeated, they took to Vitanda. They said, oh, what kind of sampradaya you are? You don't have a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. We are not ready to hear from you unless you produce your commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Because they knew that Gaudiyas, they don't have the commentary on Vedanta Sutra. And there was a reason behind this. The reason was the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu considered Srimad Bhagavatam to be a natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Bhasyoyam Brahma Sutranam. He considered Srimad Bhagavatam to be a natural commentary that was produced by the author, Vyasadeva himself. So he said that there is no need of another commentary when an author has produced a commentary himself. So the Gaudiyas had this conception, but the outside scholar, they had a different conception altogether. And Gaudiyas, they were happy practicing devotional service in Vrindavan, but now there was a serious question that was raised. So Baldev Vidyabhushan said that, don't worry, we will produce a commentary. We have the commentary. So they were shocked because it takes years and years of expertise and hard labor to produce a commentary on Vedanta Sutra. And he said that he is saying that he will produce. So, and it was time bound. Ramanandi said that, okay, you have to produce the commentary by in this period of time. Otherwise, the worship of Govinda will be taken away from you. So first, he produced Vedanta Sutra Karika Bhashya. So it was a phase by phase development because he had very little time. So he produced the contents first. Okay, this is the Karika Bhashya. First we are producing this. By this you be satisfied that we have content and give us some time, we'll produce the entire thing. So because of that thing which is produced, the Karika Bhashya, the worship was not taken away from the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And they continued worship in the Govind Dev, and after some period of time, he produced the commentary of Vedanta Sutra and he named it Govinda Bhashya after Lord Govinda Dev, because he told that Govinda Dev inspired me to produce this commentary. So because of his inspiration, I am able to do so. So he named it Govinda Bhashya. So this Govinda Bhashya commentary, when it got presented before the Ramanandis, they could not speak anything. They could not speak even a word further. They simply fell at the feet of Baldev Vidyabhushan and begged for forgiveness and begged for initiation. That please initiate us. We beg forgiveness. So Baldev Vidyabhushan said, you are already initiated in a Vaishnava Sampradaya. No need of re-initiation. You continue as you are doing, like that. So Baldev Vidyabhushan, he gained a lot of rapport with the king. And king donated a lot of land to Gokulanand temple. And later Baldev Vidyabhushan, he became the Mahant of Radha Shyam Sundar temple. He established these big deities of Radha Shyam Sundar, and later there only he left for the eternal Leela, like that. So Baldev Vidyabhushan, he was a hardcore academic scholar who guided the king on the academic affairs. And on the top of that, along with him, there was Krishna Dev. So the Krishna Dev, he was like more of like managerial position. And he used to extract the teachings from the works of Baldev Vidyabhushan and present it to the king so that it can be applicable to the entire society. So he wrote the books like Karma Yoga Vritti, Jnana Yoga Vritti, Krishna Dev. and Bhakti Yoga Vritti, that how the principles of Bhakti can be applied to Karma Yoga, to Varnashram. So you see, before this time, the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, it was within the forests of Vrindavan. But now the philosophy got application in the worldwide affairs. So it was a very revolutionary thing that was happening at that time. How people can practice bhakti along with Varnashram. This Krishna Dev was suggesting to the king. So on today's day, when we are remembering Baldev Vidya Bhushan, we should also remember the great dedication of the king, Jai Singh, Maharaj Savai Jai Singh, how he planned the entire city just for Govind Dev. And we should also appreciate that although he had all the feelings, he had all the bhakti, devotion, attachment towards Govind Dev, but he needed a philosophical background to defend the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, which was provided by Baldev Vidya Bhushan. So here comes the importance of philosophy, tattva. Okay, practices are important, but we need philosophy also, tattva also. That is why our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, he has spent sleepless nights to give us this philosophy in the form of Bhakti Vedanta purports. Because he knew that if the movement has to continue, it has to have a strong basis of the philosophy. If the philosophy is not strong, we won't be able to defend our personal faith. What to say about the attack on the society? We heard that there was once a case on ISKCON, that this Hare Krishna, they are a cult. They are not some religious organization, they are a cult in the West. So the devotees approached Prabhupada that what to do in this case. Prabhupada said, we have our law books, our books, present those books in the court case. Convert the court case into Bhagavatam class. The first day, present 1.1.1 Srimad Bhagavatam. Read the shlok, purport, entire thing, and then next day read 1.1.2. Like that. So they started reading all this purport day by day. And the court, the judge, he could not understand what to do. And he asked, how many more evidences you have? He said, like this, we have 18,000 evidences. And then there is Bhagavad Gita, then there Chaitanya Charitamrita. Like this, we have so many evidences. So the judge wanted to make some decision. So he called his friend in one of the universities that, what do you think about this Hare Krishnas? He said, oh, they are very authorized religious organization. So next day, he came and gave the judgment. And it's not a cult, it's an authorized organization. So we need philosophy to defend ourselves. So this philosophy is very important. That is why it is said, Siddhanta Bolya Chitte Na Kare Alas. So Baldev Vidya Bhushan, it is said about him, there is one shlok. Govinda Deva Daitam Paramartha Purnam Vidvatsu Aho Jaipure Jai Bhushitam Vai Nyaya Shruti Smriti Vivadas Samordvahinam Vedantariktam Baladeva Yatim Namami. He says Govinda Deva Daitam. He is very dear to Govinda Dev Paramartha Purnam. He is about the Paramartha, spiritual life. Vidvatsu Aho Jaipure Jai Bhushitam Vai. He was declared Vijay, victorious within Jaipur, and Nyaya, Shruti, Smriti, Vivad, Samordhainam. Nobody is equal to him in Nyaya, Shruti, Smriti, Vivad. And he wrote the Vedanta Tika. To that Baldev, Yatim, Sannyasi, we offer our respectful obeisances. So Baldev Vidya Bhushan, and the questions was being raised, many questions were being put, that how your philosophy is so different to that the philosophy of Madhvacharya. If you claim yourself that you are from Madhva Sampradaya, how your philosophy is so different? So he told that we are in the line of Madhva Sampradaya and there is a room for differences. If that room is not there, you Ramanandis, you also claim yourself to be a branch of Sri Sampradaya, but there are differences in philosophy. So how can you claim that? And even the Vallabhacharya, he also has some differences in philosophy with Vishnu Swami. So such room for differences in philosophy is allowed. But then he quoted Madhvacharya Tatpara Nirnaya, and he said, Gopala mantram bhajatam phal prada ekena rupena bhuvi adrishya. That the mantra that is coming in our sampradaya, that is the same. This is the same mantra that Lord Krishna gave to Brahmaji, Brahmaji gave to Narad Muni, Narad gave to Vyasdev, Vyasdev to Madhvacharya, and then Madhvendra Puri gave to Ishwar Puri, Ishwar Puri gave to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The mantra is the same. So he quoted Madhvacharya's Tatpara Nirnaya. That Madhvacharya says that although the Lord is invisible, but whoever worships him with Gopal mantra, he becomes visible to his eyes. So like this, he confronted this Ramanandis and protected the Gaudiya Vaishnavism at that time. So we are very much indebted to him, that how he established the authenticity, the efficacy of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And today is also the appearance day of Ganga Mata Goswamini. So the Ganga Mata Goswamini, she was born actually in Bangladesh. And so in Bangladesh, there was a small kingdom, and her father, he was a king there. She had a lot of power, wealth, lot of control there, and he has a faithful wife, and he had a small daughter. The name of the daughter was Shachi Devi, a small girl, only child, like that. And this Shachi Devi, she was sure to be the next queen, and she was very sharp, very intelligent. From her childhood, she studied grammar, poetry, but when she was able to understand the philosophy, she started reading the scriptures. And by reading the scripture, she came to the very conclusion that bhakti is the essence of life. We need to practice bhakti. Bhakti is the essence of all the scripture. So she gave her heart to the lotus feet of Madan Gopal. She accepted Madan Gopal as her life and soul. So when she came at the age of marriage, she was very beautiful, adorned with all the beautiful, wonderful qualities. And of course, she was going to be the queen without any doubt. So many people, they were coming to ask for her hand from her parents. Many great kings, they were coming to ask for her hand. And the parents also felt that now is the right time to marry her. So when the parents put the proposal in front of her, she said, okay, I am ready to marry. But I have one condition, that whomever I will marry, he should be an immortal man. He should not be subjected to death. So it's a very difficult condition to satisfy. So the parents tried to convince Sachi, no, how is it possible? You better get married. But she was adamant. She refused that no, I will only marry an immortal man, and that is Krishna. So time went on, and the parents, they became very old, and they left. And here was Shachi Devi. She was the queen of the kingdom with no king. And she performed her duties very nicely, but she was not attached. She was not attached to the kingdom. And after some time, she got some of the relatives, and she handed over the kingdom. She said that, okay, I am going to look for the welfare of the people of the kingdom. You take care of the kingdom for some time. Like that. She handed over the kingdom to some of the relatives and went in spiritual quest. She was looking for a guru who can guide her in the spiritual subject matter. So finally, wandering through many places, she reached Jagannath Puri. And at Jagannath Puri, she surrendered her life at the lotus feet of Lord Jagannath. And one fine day, she got an inspiration within her heart from Lord Jagannath. And Lord Jagannath told him that you go to Vrindavan and all your desires will be fulfilled. So she walked all the way from Puri to Vrindavan. And when she reached Vrindavan, she saw many wonderful, effulgent devotees. And at that time, she met Haridas Pandit. This Haridas Pandit Goswami, he was the pujari of the Govind Dev. And he used to worship Govind Dev, and along with that, he used to speak Krishna Katha. He used to speak from Srimad Bhagavatam. He used to speak about the characteristic mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityanand Prabhu. So when Sachi Devi saw that how much absorbed he is in the worship of Govind Dev, in speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, in narrating the glories and mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu, she surrendered her life at his lotus feet. And she fell at his feet and asked for initiation, that please initiate me in bhakti. So he had this Haridas Pandit Goswami, he had so many wonderful qualities, and it is explained that what is the reason of these qualities. It is explained that he had such taste in the practice of devotional service because never he used to find fault with any devotees. And whenever he used to see, he used to only see good qualities in other devotees. Never he used to speak or hear the fault of any devotee. Always he was busy in speaking and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is explained that there are two types of people in the scriptures. One is like crow class people, and there is the swan class people. The crow class people, they are interested in only the mundane talks. Just like if you see a fly is not interested in a healthy body. A fly is only interested if there is somewhere wound in the body, somewhere in the body there is cut and there is infected blood that is coming out and there is pus coming out. The fly will leave the entire healthy body and go and sit on that place. Similarly, there are fly class people who are not interested in the good qualities of anyone. They are only interested in mundane gossip about the faults of others. So such people, they are called fly class people. Then there are certain people who are like honeybees. The honeybees is only interested in the nectar of the flower. No matter how much filthy a place is, but if there is some flower in that place, the honeybee will go and sit on that flower and drink the nectar from that. So such was Haridas Pandit. He used to only see the good qualities. No matter how much bad qualities is there in anyone, he used to only see the good qualities. Okay, he is chanting Hare Krishna. He is a devotee. This is only what I have to take care of. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Nayadvacha chitrapadam hare yasho jagat pavitra pragranita karhechit tadvaya santirtham ushanti manasa nayatra hansa niramantyo sikshaya. That there are two classes of people. One is crow class people, the other is swan class people. The crow class people, the crows, just like they are very much interested in the garbage. If you see in the morning, many crows will gather around garbage and they will eat the garbage, put their beak in that garbage and try to find out juice from that garbage. So the crow class people, they are only interested in the garbage like mundane talks of this world, faults of others people. But the swan class people, just like the swan is only interested in the nectar from the lotus flower. Even if the lotus flower is growing in the mud, the swan will go and drink the milk from the stem of that lotus flower. So the swan class people, they are only interested in Krishna Katha. They are only interested in the good qualities of others. Because of this, Haridas Pandit Thakur, he had such absorption in the worship of Govind Dev. He had such absorption in the chanting of the holy name. He had such absorption in speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, speaking the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this attracted Sachi Devi and surrendered at the lotus feet of Haridas Pandit. Haridas Pandit said, okay, you can sit in this corner of temple and chant the holy name and hear Krishna Katha. So she spent the entire time in chanting the holy name and hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing from Chaitanya Bhagavatam, whatever the classes that were going on. After some time, Haridas Pandit Goswami, he called Sachi Devi and he said to Sachi, that Sachi, be practical. You are a queen. This Vrindavan is not meant for you. Vrindavan is a place of austerity. It is a place of ascetics and sannyasis. But you are a royal queen. So be practical. You better go back to your kingdom and establish a deity of Krishna there and worship Krishna. Like that. Sachi Devi, when she heard this, she understood this is a test. And she increased her austerities. She started eating very little. She gave slowly and gradually, she gave up all the ornaments that she had, the fine clothing she had. She used to spend her time in hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam from Chaitanya Bhagavat and chanting the holy names of the Lord. So when Haridas Pandit observed this for considerable amount of time, he became very happy with Sachi Devi. And he called Sachi Devi and told her that now if you want to advance in devotional life, if you want to advance in bhakti, do not stay in one place. Go wander about and beg. Give up all your shyness, give up all the pride and go door to door from the house of poor Brajvasis, beg and eat. When Sachi Devi heard this, she became jubilant. And that now Haridas Pandit is giving me some order means he has accepted me as his disciple. So she became very jubilant and started following the orders of her spiritual master. She started living in different places, left one shelter, and she used to go from door to door and beg madhukari and live on that madhukari. And to say of clothing, she used to only dress in discarded rags which people used to throw. She left all the other clothing. She used to dress in discarded rags. And she used to sleep on the banks of Yamuna. Even in cold days, on the cold banks, she used to sleep there. And in the morning when she used to get up, she used to bathe in Yamuna and go to the different temples of the Goswamis. And very humbly, very menially, she used to render service there. She used to mop the floor with a grateful heart. So Haridas Pandit, when he saw this event happening, he was very much pleased with Sachi Devi. And on one fine day, he called her and initiated her. And he told her that now you can go to Radha Kund. In Radha Kund, your maternal aunt, so there was one maternal aunt of Sachi Devi, her name was Lakshmi Priya. So she was also the disciple of Haridas Pandit. So Haridas Pandit sent her to Lakshmi Priya. Now you go and live in Radha Kund along with Lakshmi Priya, your aunt. So Sachi Devi started living in that place, Radha Kund, and daily they used to chant 3 lakh names like that, and daily they used to do the Godhan Parikrama. Every day this was their schedule. Every day they used to do that, and they used to discuss Krishna Katha. So after some time again Haridas Pandit called Sachi Devi and he gave her an order. And the order was that now you go to Jagannath Puri. Leave Vrindavan, go to Jagannath Puri and take Kshetra Sannyas there. Don't leave Jagannath Puri. And he gave her a task. The task was that he told that after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has left Jagannath Puri, all the major associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they also left. And now practically there are no major associates in Jagannath Puri. So you go to Puri, and I have heard that the house of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya is in a very dilapidated condition. So you go there and see the maintenance of that place, and there must be a deity of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. Manage the deity worship in that place. He told her like that. So as soon as she heard, Sachi Devi heard the order of her Guru Maharaj, she took that order on her head and walked from Vrindavan to Puri. And at Puri, she went to that place near Sweta Ganga, the house of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. It was totally in ruined condition, dilapidated condition, and there was no deities to be found. She only found a Shaligram Shila of Damodar Shaligram Shila. So with great awe and reverence, she took that Shila and worshipped that place, that Shila, because that was the house of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. This is the same house where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to stay as a guest. Many times Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to that place in order to take prasad in the house of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. So it was a very worshipable place, and Sachi Devi, she worshipped that place with awe and reverence. So she made a small residence there and started living that place, taking care of the deity worship and taking care of that place. Also along with that, she started speaking Srimad Bhagavatam. She heard a lot from her Gurudev, from all the devotees in Vrindavan, from her aunt. So whatever she had heard, she started speaking in the line of the 6 Goswamis. And she was such a great orator of Srimad Bhagavatam that very soon she became very famous in Jagannath Puri. Many people used to come from long distance to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Sachi Devi. So many people used to walk miles to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Sachi Devi. And one of the guests who used to be a regular visitor was the king of Puri, Mukunda Dev. Every day he used to come without fail to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Sachi Devi. And he wanted to serve Sachi Devi. But how to serve her? She doesn't need anything. She has already left her kingdom and came there. And she used to live very simply. She used to live an austere life. She used to live like a beggar, dressed in those ragged clothes. So, and she did not accept anything from anyone. Even for food also, she used to go and beg madhukari in order to maintain herself, like that. So Mukund wanted to serve her, but how to serve her? He could not find any way. So at one night when Mukund was sleeping, he got a dream from Lord Jagannath. And Jagannath told that Sachi Devi is my devotee, you should give her a residence place on the bank of Shweta Ganga. So Shweta Ganga is a small lake, and king was very happy to hear this order from Lord Jagannath. And the morning he woke up and straight away he went to the class of Sachi Devi, and after the class he approached Sachi Devi and told that Lord Jagannath has given me an order to make a residence for you on the bank of Shweta Ganga, and I have brought all the deals and the paper, now this land is yours. But Sachi Devi, she did not accept. He said, no, I don't want. But the king insisted, this is the order of Lord Jagannath. How can I go to visit Lord Jagannath unless I fulfill his order? King, Lord has given me order, you have to accept. So forcibly he gave that place, a small place on the bank of Shweta Ganga, and he named that ghat the ghat of Sachi Devi. And at the same time he announced in the entire kingdom that what a great soul Sachi Devi is. She left the entire kingdom. She was a queen. She left the entire kingdom to serve the devotees, Vaishnavas and the Lord. And so this was going on. She was speaking Srimad Bhagavatam. On one fine day there is a festival that is called Varuni festival. So in this festival, all the people of Bengal and Orissa, they go to Ganga to take bath. Sachi Devi also wanted to go, but what to do? Gurudev has ordered, take Kshetra Sannyas. So she had to give up this idea of going along with other devotees who were going to Ganga to take bath. But she had a desire within her heart. So in night, Lord Jagannath appeared to Sachi Devi and told her that why are you so morose? Why are you so sad? From where do you think Ganga is emanating? She said, Ganga is emanating from your lotus feet. So yes, I am here, my lotus feet is here. Why are you so worried? If you want to take bath in Ganga, and mind you, Ganga Devi also wants to give you bath. So you should do one thing, in the middle of the night, go to Shweta Ganga. And that Shweta Ganga, Ganga Devi will manifest and give you bath. So she followed the order of Lord Jagannath. In the middle of the night, she came out of her kuti and she went to the Shweta Ganga to take bath. But as soon as she put her leg in the Shweta Ganga, the water of the Shweta Ganga started swelling up. And there were heavy currents in that water. Any of you, if you have seen Shweta Ganga, it's just a small lake, and the water is very peaceful and quiet. But now the water started swelling up and there was heavy waves and current. And Sachi Devi was able to hear a lot of noises, sounds of different people bathing. Just like if you go to Kumbh Mela, you see a lot of commotion is there. So similarly, a lot of commotion was there. And she could see all the residents of Puri taking bath in Ganga. But the current was so strong that current wiped her from that place, Shweta Ganga, to a long distance, to the temple of Lord Jagannath. Within the temple of Lord Jagannath. And the guards that were those who were there, they could hear from within that lot of sound is coming out, as if what is happening we don't know. So they went and reported to the king, because the guards themselves, they also could not go and open the altar on their own. And everything is locked up in the night, only Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra is there, like that. So they went and reported to the king that such thing is happening, a lot of noise is coming from within the temple. So king ordered, open the temple. And they went and opened the temple and they saw there was nothing there. Everything was quiet and peaceful. Only Sachi Devi was standing there, drenched in water, and beside her, there was Lord Jagannath smiling. So now they were enraged. They thought that Sachi Devi is a thief. And in order to steal some garments of Lord Jagannath or some jewelry of Jagannath, she has stayed, somehow sneaked within the temple of Jagannath. So she caught Sachi Devi and presented her in front of the king. And king was also very disturbed. And all of them decided, the priest and the king, that all of them decided that she must go on trial. And until that, she has to be put in the prison. So she was dragged to the prison, and king, he slept. But when he slept in dream, who do you think came? Lord Jagannath. At this time, Jagannath was not smiling. He was very furious. He said, how dare you have put Sachi Devi within the prison? She is my devotee. And do you know how she has come there? I had the desire to bathe her in Ganga. And so I brought her near my lotus feet from where Ganga is emanating. It was my plan. So it's better for you to go and release her if you want something to be auspicious in your life. So you should go and release her and fall at her lotus feet and beg for initiation. So king was very disturbed. He got up from the day immediately. He summoned all the ministers, all the priests, that what a great blunder we have done. So all of them together, they went in the prison house and fell at the feet of Shachi Devi, who now became Ganga Thakurani, and now they begged for initiation. So on the next auspicious day, Shachi Devi, she initiated king, the ministers, and all the pujaris of Jagannath, like that. So she had a very important position, but her lifestyle did not change. Still she remained very simply, like that. After some time, one devotee came from Rajasthan and he brought his deity of Rasik Rai. So he was very poor Brahmana and he did not have the resources to worship the deity. So Rasik Rai came in his dream and told that you better give me to Ganga Mata, because she can worship me with love and whatever she has. But Ganga Mata, when this devotee came to Ganga Mata also said that I am also equally poor as you are. How can I accept the deity? I cannot do justice with the deity worship. You better take your deities. So this Brahmana, at the dead of the night, he kept that deity in the Tulsi garden of Shachi Devi and ran away to Rajasthan. So in the morning when Ganga Devi came and she saw that there is this deity of Rasik Rai, then she understood that now I have to take care of this deity. So she worshipped that deity. She used to go and beg and make bhoga for the deity, and she used to chant for the deity, sing for the deity, speak Srimad Bhagavatam for the deity. So this went for a long period of time until she became very old, and it was very difficult for her to go and beg. But without begging, she won't accept anything. This was her routine. Everybody, the king wanted to give the facility, but she did not accept. So she prayed to the Rasik Rai that now I want to hand your worship to some other sincere devotee, but now please give me permission to leave. I want to leave this world. Now I am not able to worship you, like that. So Rasik Rai said, no, I am very happy with whatever worship you are able to perform. But within the heart, he understood the desire of Shachi Devi. So one fine day, beholding the beautiful form of Rasik Rai, Ganga Devi, she left for the eternal abode to join in the pastimes of the Lord. And today is also Ganga Dashera. So Bhagirath Maharaj, he brought Ganga Devi on the planet of the surface earth. Last year, His Holiness Bhakti Vigyan Maharaj gave a very beautiful class on this. And he focused that the main essence that we can learn from this pastime of Ganga Devi ascending to this world is that the best purificatory agents are the devotees. Because Ganga Devi was worried that who will be able to take the sins from me? And all the sinful people will come and bathe in me and drop their sins within me. So how will I get purified? So Bhagirath Maharaj said the devotees, pure-hearted devotees, they will come, they will bathe in you and purify you also. So the devotees, they are the best purificatory agents. And what is purifying within their heart is the bhakti. Lord is sitting within their heart. And whatever bad karma is there, Lord immediately destroys. Bhagavatam says, Yachopapatitam, whatever sinful activities comes by chance or by any means, Lord is sitting within the heart, He destroys all that. So that we need to learn, we can learn from this pastime. Already we are over time, we'll end here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Baldev Vidyabhushan ki jai, Shachi Devi ki jai, Ganga Maiya ki jai, Bhagirath Maharaj ki jai, Samved Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki Nitai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama